Okay, so we can move on to the decision-making phase. Everyone good with that? Okay.
I'm gonna start doing this.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
Yeah,
Something about you guys.
Wiggle letter.
I like to do the casual one hand. Okay, so.
Fine, you're falling asleep.
Okay, so proposal number one.
Proposal number one is that we'll occupy support the action at Dean Mastro's, which is happening regardless of our support or not, and send the banner.
Okay, so yeah, let's get a temperature check. Get by Paul. Everyone's happy. Okay, so I think that qualifies as an endorsement from Occupy Peterborough. Yeah, so take advantage of the day.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, I just want to know then, will the communications people or whatever send it out to whoever, all our groups? Yeah. And if transportation is needed, carpooling, how will that happen?
Maybe you could post the bus routes, the bus routes there.
Yeah.
We can definitely put up the bus route. If there's anybody who knows that they're driving, like I said, the logistics committee doesn't really exist right now, but I'm going to help
So you
try to
can-
facilitate it. But like, if
I'll
there's
be
anybody who
driving.
knows they're driving,
I'll be driving.
I'll provide a ride.
Yeah,
So-
2 cars.
so we have 2 cars. I imagine that should be sufficient. So maybe anybody who needs a ride and would like to go should get in touch with Sheila or Roy and just make it that simple for now.
Yeah.
What time is what? The thing for the Peterborough thing, the Ottawa thing?
You know what you mean?
Yeah.
We're not gonna.
It's not.
Oh, it's at 11
Oh, what
a.m.
time's the Peterborough thing?
11.
11? Oh, I don't know if I can make it unless I make half of it, because I'm going out to Valentine's Day with the girls, so.
You don't need to go to Del Mattress.
Your priorities.
Okay, so proposal number 1, we did a temperature check. Even when we get a positive temperature check, it's usually good for, to then after a firm consensus and then we put it down in the
All
notes.
right. Okay, so unless there's any sort of last comments, can we move to consensus decision? All right, so does Occupy Peterborough endorse?
Yep.
Excellent.
Lazy.
All right,
Lazy. Anyways,
consensus achieved. Okay, so proposal number 2.
Proposal number 2 was Autumn's proposal, that we talk about big picture stuff at casual gatherings. I think that this was more of a temperature check.
Yeah, temperature check on the
General-
idea.
Oh, I got a proposal.
No.
We're past the proposal phase right now, right?
Oh, can I make a proposal later?
Maybe. Okay.
If we still have enough time.
Yeah.
Else you can always bring it next week.
Brian? What? Okay.
yeah. Well, at least write it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect.
Proposal.
Okay, so proposal number 2 was Autumn's suggestion that maybe we start thinking about having casual gatherings on top of our GAs so that we actually have a chance to talk to each other elsewise about more philosophical, etc. things.
Yeah.
This kind of ties into like the idea that George had about like having a space, because like if we had a space, then like people are like hanging out there or whatever. But that's really.
I would suggest that that's complicating things
Yeah.
because they're 2 very, we can do one without the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking more just, we'll figure out a time and a place that works for most people. And, it could be something like the senior common room, or it could be
Public space.
a public space, the
Before or after
library.
GA,
Yeah.
a coffee shop.
Yeah, it
Could be a
coffee
potluck
shop.
at somebody's house.
Potluck sounds awesome,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, somebody's house,
That's a
yeah.
good idea.
Food not bought.
Yeah.
We already do that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's try and get people in order. Right?
There are many ways to do that, in different styles and so on, and actually the Direction and Action Committee did that this morning.
Yeah,
Okay, on
so,
the one issue, and people came, and we had a good session.
yeah. So,
Well,
That's why I was under the understanding that his proposal was kind of already agreed on, I think.
yeah, it was just as long as people are okay with that, I'll like make a doodle poll or something and make sure that it gets out and
Yeah.
like, in a week or two, we can
So yeah, I would
see it.
suggest that this proposal is, the debate should be around what are we exactly going to do about it. So should we establish a goal? Should we assign this task to somebody
Well,
to establish?
can assign it to me.
Yeah, well, maybe,
Yeah.
like, I don't really know how to say this, but we can just throw that into the communications mix. Because it's like inter-occupied communications, they're going to kind of act as a medium for the relationship. So if people want to get together, we can make.
Yeah, it's just someone
Yeah,
keeping
so-
track of who's gonna do
Yeah,
this.
so we can say, hey, if you want to like organize something, join us or talk to let us help you. And okay, cool. So yeah, make that into communications mandate to help organize social gatherings and discussions, and not social gatherings, but discussions
Yeah.
and gatherings of this nature.
Well, when I thought of the city, got to get some collective idea, right? I think everyone's been thinking the same
Yeah.
thing about that. My impression was that the best thing to do would be to have before or after GA, like Paul says, just a half hour or an hour chalked off.
Well, there's nothing stopping people from doing that period, but then actually giving like communication saying, like advertise this, say that you're available to help people connect. Because yeah, like people can always meet, nothing's stopping that, but then actually advertising it and endorsing it and organizing it, I think could fall under communications.
I like the idea of doing this, looking at larger issues separately is really good because it takes up a lot of time
Yeah.
in the GA where we need to like make decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And also, when you can get an inflated GA because of the issues on the agenda,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's like, why not just get the people that would inflate the GA
Mm-hmm.
and be like, hey, we're going to discuss this and we're going to develop what we think for Occupy.
Mm-hmm.
But make it more official than just a discussion. Be like, this is where we're going to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a figure it out session.
Mm-hmm.
And then there won't really, then we don't have to do it on a Saturday afternoon
Mm-hmm.
when we have a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
Rochelle?
I'm just a little confused. I feel like you're proposing something that's a little bit different and
Maybe.
certainly connected, but in terms of notes and whatnot.
It does sound like there should be a special kind of GA is what you're proposing, where we can have a large debate around a particular issue. Would that be?
Yeah, because we've kind of done that before, but we haven't gotten through the issue.
Yeah.
All,
For sure.
like, whenever those two meetings have just like, it's kind of been postponed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's like big picture things are something that like you can't put a time limit on. It might run over many meetings, but yeah, we could have two different things maybe. I mean, we could have one where it's like, all right, we're coming together to figure this issue out, and then we could also have like more informal, like people who want to get together to talk about things like.
But I guess we could propose more formal events.
Sure. Yeah.
When the time arises.
Okay, so George, then Rochelle.
I guess I just wanted a point of clarification. We're talking about trying to accomplish different tasks. And I remember the last meeting where there was the talk of the Quakers and they would start and they would just keep going until it was concluded. And we don't have a place where that can occur. And I'm just seeing sort of we start discussions, but we're not getting the full impact. So when I look at some things that I'm not able to get to direct action, because I don't know where it is, I don't have the ability to be there in a timely way, I don't have control of enough things, so we're not getting the input from everyone, and then things come up that have been developed by the people that had the time and the place, and the results are constantly going back and forth. That's, I just am seeing, by starting and not getting things ongoing to completion, with all the input that's available or wanted to be available, it limits things getting done.
Sheila?
Well, as I understand Autumn's proposal, that we find a spot, and he suggested upstairs, and it's
Or
economically,
cafes, I mean, people,
other homes or wherever. but
yeah,
somewhere on a regular basis, and that these big ideas be there for discussion. So it's a bit like a talking circle,
yeah,
and it might be on what is the nature of nonviolence,
yeah.
how
and
can we broaden the movement, I don't know, those big ideas, big questions.
Then we can advertise, you know,
Yeah,
throughout the city
Yeah.
at this time, you know, or regularly.
yeah. I think that's a very attractive proposal.
Okay,
and-
sorry, I skipped over Rochelle. Sorry, were you finished yet?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, trying to clarify, I still do feel like we kind of got two proposals sort of there, so I'd like to see if people feel comfortable with me now terming them 2A and 2B.
Yeah.
2A would be talk about big picture stuff at casual gatherings. That would be very informal, people wanting to get together and go for coffee,
Yeah,
us deciding, you know,
Yeah.
you deciding you're having a potluck and inviting people over, that's
Yeah.
one thing. 2B would be that on top of our getting to business GAs,
mhm,
that when appropriate and when needed, we have sort of special issues, special subject GAs, and trying to work in what you were saying, maybe those special issue GAs, we should allot enough time for
mhm.
to make sure that we can actually get somewhere.
I have a sort of idea of amending that. It's possible that some of these special issues that come up, say, I don't know the whole, familiar with the whole thing issue, but the nonviolence versus violence issue, for example, that requires like more than one discussion or to hash out people's understandings of what each other are saying, that the GA can opt for a debate. We can say this is a big issue, it requires a debate that takes place, say, as a fourth phase of a GA. So, you know, after all, it's sort of table, but it's not exactly table. There would be like a debating period after the GA where that can be discussed and deferred to another for a decision.
Another alternative is maybe if we could take a working group model on something, say like we have a large issue that needs to be really discussed and, you know, clearly presented to everyone so that we're on the same page. You know, that group could form just for the purpose of really hashing out this issue, and then, you know, maybe make a presentation back, or at least, you know, spread the knowledge about the issue. I don't know, I mean, it's...
So I saw, Sheila, did you want to get your hand up?
Well, yeah, it seemed to me that 2A and 2B kind of dovetail, or they could, in that you could have the informal discussion, coffee, clatch, whatever, and out of that might come a focusing of the issue that would then go to a special DA. Or GA, sorry. GA, yeah.
No, sorry. There's sometimes things are directed at people specifically, so I feel like, are you asking a question directly? Or
No.
Michelle? Okay. So, Roy and then George.
Yeah, 2A, which is the informal stuff, is going to happen whether the DA agrees or not.
Oh, yeah.
I was saying, oh, so that's an easy one.
Yeah.
Now, B is a little more formal because you're going right to the GA afterwards. And probably the issue came from the GA.
Mhm.
So we really should be working to carry B, and A is automatic. Just as long as A doesn't interfere with B, or vice versa.
No, but I also wrote down the term dovetail, because I do believe,
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is, it makes sense.